two basic movements for ballet, and that's a tendue and a plie. So we'll start with plie, and we'll just start in first position because that's going to be the simpler one. So plie is bending. Okay, so you're bending your knees. So in a demi-plie, you're only going to bend so far as you can keep your heels on the ground. Okay, so you want to go as deep as you can, but you don't want to let the heels come off the ground in a demi-plie. Second position, same thing, little. This one's a little bit different, so we'll come back to it on grand plies, but same thing, little bend of the knees. Third position, same thing, go until you can barely keep your heels on the ground. Fourth position, this one's really hard, so feel your hip bones. I like to think of those as your headlights, like your headlights in a car. You want your headlights to face in front of you. If you're driving down the street and your headlights are facing to the side, you might have some problems, right? So we want to keep the headlights in front of us. It's really easy in this position to allow your body to kind of twist to the side. We don't want to do that. We're going to squeeze the booty, keep the turnout activated so that we can keep our headlights in front of us. But again, demi-plie as far as you can go without lifting your heels. Fifth position, same thing. That's the end. So that's demi-plie. In grand plie, you're going to go all the way down. Now I'm going to use a chair because when you're pregnant, all of your core muscles are stretched out and basically useless. And so balance is really hard. But for you guys, the best way to keep your balance is to keep your core activated. So pull those ribs in, pull the belly button to your spine, lift up. Whenever in dance you're going down, you want to be lifting up somewhere else, so especially out of the spine. If you're going up, like you're going to do a jump, you have to use a plie, you have to use a down to get there. So there's always the opposition of up and down. When you're going down in a plie, think up out of your spine, okay? So grand plie is the same thing as a demi-plie, but now you're going to continue all the way down, and then you're going to press your heels back down to the ground as soon as you can before straightening those legs. The big thing here is it's not like a squat. This isn't like a chill out position like, yo, what's up, bro, right? Like, no, you should be activated. Mr. Vega once told me it's like having a tennis ball right in your knees. So you can't go all the way down and just relax because the tennis balls will keep you up. So think about that, okay? It's the same in all positions except second position. Second position, you're going to go all the way down, but your heels still stay on the ground for second position because you can. Right? You have the flexibility to do that in your body naturally. Third position, same thing, demi-plie, down, demi-plie, up. Fourth position, same thing. Again, be careful of your headlights. We don't want to let the body twist. We want to keep the body straight forward. And it's really hard. This one's a really, really hard position, but fight for it. And then fifth position, same thing. All the way down, all the way back up. Okay? So, that's demi-plies and grand plies. Next is tendus. So tendu is a stretch through the foot. Okay? So I'll do it to the side so you can see. It's just a point. Your toe stays on the ground, but there's no weight on that toe. So you could lift it off the ground if you wanted to, okay? When you're doing tendu, you want to go through the foot. So there's the demi point, which is where your toes are still on the ground. Then you stretch through that to only the tips of your toes on the ground. And when you come back in, again, through demi point and back in again, okay? All the while keeping your turnout activated. So when you're doing a tendu to the side, I should be able to see your heel, yeah? It shouldn't be like this because that's turned in. The other foot's turned out. We want to make sure they're both turned out for ballet. So when you're doing tendu to the front, it's the same thing. Through the demi point, through your point, no weight on that toe, and then back in again. And again, because you have your turnout activated, you should see the heel coming forward. Tendue to the back is hard. Gotta make sure I have enough room here. Let's move forward. Tendue to the back, you're actually going to be pressing your heels still forward, but in this case, because you're going backwards, that forward is more like down. And you got to make sure that you're going directly behind your hips. So, something like that. You don't want it off to the side. You want to be squeezing everything so that when you look in the mirror, your leg is directly underneath your hip. There's no angles out to the side or twists back here. That's a little less common though. Again, there's no weight on your toe, and your heel is not up to the sky. Your heel is pressing forward because you've activated your turnout muscles. When we do tendues, oftentimes we do them in a sequence to where we go front, and then side, and then back, and then side again. That's called en croix, C-R-O-I-X, French, right? Which means on the cross. So you're making a cross with your feet. And that's pretty much it for tendus and plies. Keep your posture, keep your turnout, lift up all the time, and you'll be just fine. Keep practicing.